Hi, I'm Andrew Slotin. I'm the third generation of our family business, George C. Berlant Company. Berlant's has been on this corner in Charleston, South Carolina since 1922. So we're happily celebrating our 92nd year in business. We are an English Georgian antique store specializing in English Georgian antiques, furniture, silver, porcelain, crystal, brass, things like that. We go over to England twice a year to buy. We've been doing it the entire time we've been in business. There's a long history to the origins of this business, but suffice it to say that when my grandfather first started, he was a realtor. And not only did they sell the real estate, but there were contents. So he learned very quickly about English antiques, and he became an auctioneer. So he ended up selling quite a bit of the antiques that were in the homes that he was selling. That was in the teens, and people learned of his auctioneering skills, and an English antiques dealer sent a container over from England by boat, obviously, in the late teens, and he sold it here in Charleston, and that sort of became his thing for a while, and eventually he was asked to sell a container from the same English antiques dealer in California. So imagine him driving across country in the late 19-teens. He had to buy a car, and he went over there, and there were quite a few silent film stars like Lillian Gish and I can't think of the other old-time silent film stars. And what didn't sell, he brought back on a red ball van lines to Charleston, and that became the nucleus for his antique business, which started on East Bay Street in Charleston in a little warehouse. He eventually moved to King Street, and we've been in this building since 1932. So this building we've been in for 82 years, and he was in other locations for 10 years prior to that. And so my father at age 86 and myself at age 57, yesterday was my birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much. We carry on this business with our staff of antique salespeople, and very proud of our heritage and being in a great city like Charleston. My grandfather's idea was to essentially have an antiques district in Charleston, which essentially was the last 2 or 3 blocks of the commercial part of King Street, and he lived to see that. He died in 1971, but he lived to see that happen, and it was a very successful district until about 2008 when the economy struck, and we lost about 50% of our antique shops at that time. So we're still here, thankfully. We made it through the worst part of the recession, and things are certainly getting very good again. So we're pleased to say that we're sort of doing well again.
Very good. Well, thank you, Andrew. I appreciate you telling us a little bit about your shop here.
My pleasure.
Do you mind if I scan real quick to let everybody see how big everything is?
Good luck on your journey.
Thank you. We've seen a few antique stores along the way, and I believe this is probably our biggest one we've seen so far. So I just want to thank you again, and happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Safe